Hey everyone, in this session you will learn about the food microbiology. So today I will take up the topic introduction of microbiology. So first we will know about that what is microbiology, what are the microorganisms and how they evolved on the earth. And we also discussed about the different branches of microbiology. Okay? So please watch the video till the end, and if you like it helpful, so don't forget to like and subscribe our channel ABC of Food. So let's get started. Microbiology is a Greek word where micro means small, bio means life, and logos means science, right? So this science actually dealing with the laws of life and development of microscopic or submicroscopic organisms, which are actually invisible, and we are not able to see these organisms with unaided eyes. So here is the definition of microbiology. Microbiology often has been defined as the study of organism and agents too small to be seen clearly by unaided eyes. That is the study of microbiology. So here basically we are going to discuss about the microorganisms, which are very tiny and very small organisms, and they are as much as small that we are not able to see. We cannot see with them without the microscope, right? So now we will know that what are these microorganisms, right? So the first thing that we should know that we will discuss the existence of microscopic or submicroscopic organisms into the microbiology. Okay, so the word microbes is actually a French word which derived from the French surgeon C.E. Sedilot in 1878. And these microbes are found everywhere, means from geothermal vents in the ocean depth to the coldest Arctic ice to every person's eyes, means they are cosmopolitan, they found everywhere. These microorganisms are very tiny, as I told you, and they are about less than 1 in diameter. So if we want to study them, then we need to use a normal microscope or compound microscope. Otherwise we cannot see them, right? And we cannot do the study further. And these microorganisms can live in different habitat like equator, desert, rocks and deep seas. And these microorganisms can grow and can multiply in the different climates, like if the climate is very hot or very cold, or if there is pressure or radiation, they can easily grow. So here I will write down the name of some microorganisms. As you can see here, the Thermus aquaticus can grow in a very hot climate, and Campylobacter jejuni can grow in a very cold climate. Thermococcus can grow in a high pressure, and Deinococcus can found in high radiation environments. So these are the microorganisms which grow in different climates. And microbes are actually, they are very important in the human culture, in a health many ways, like serving to ferment food, treat sewage, produce fuel, enzymes and other bioactive compounds. And certain microorganisms carry out photosynthesis, revealing plants in their role of capturing carbon dioxide and releasing oxygen into the atmosphere. And those microorganisms that inhabit humans also play important role, including helping the body digest food and producing vitamins B and K. So the microorganisms are very important, and some of them are necessary for the production of bread, cheese, beer, antibiotics, vaccines, vitamins, enzymes and so on. So now we want to know that how the microbes evolved on the earth, right? So now we discuss that how the microbes evolved on the earth. So the earth, which began to form of 4 to 4.6 billion years ago, and that was actually consisted with the largely amount of gaseous forms like nitrogen, carbon dioxide, hydrogen and water vapor, with some amount of ammonia, carbon monoxide and hydrogen sulfide. So basically the oxygen was absent or in very low amount, so the atmosphere was anaerobic. Okay, and the torrential rains poured over the developing earth, and this mixes with the dissolve with the gases, the raindrops, and then the broth will form, which is called as oceans. Okay, and with the UV rays and electric discharges like lightning, the organic compound were synthesized because of the abiotic reactions, and after that these organic compounds slowly evolved into the large and more complex organic compounds, which are called as macromolecules. The macromolecules then aggregate in various combination and appeared as the microspheres, and these microspheres are suggested to be first step towards the cellular organization and referred as progenotes or probionts. Okay, and these probionts contain RNA as a genetic material. The probionts possessed RNA as a genetic material, which capable of directing the synthesis of more copies of RNA molecules than both genes and enzymes could have been made of RNA. Okay, so in the RNA world, in 4.6 billion years ago, RNA served double duty of genes and enzymes. Okay. So now we will know that we should know that what are the branches of microbiology. So here there are so many branches of microbiology, and we will discuss one by one. Okay, the first one is aeromicrobiology. So in this branch we'll discuss about the will know about the dispersal of disease causing microbes and the quantity and quality of microbes in the air. In agriculture microbiology, this branch is actually dealing with the plant association of microbes and plant and animal diseases, right? So these are the things discussed in the agriculture microbiology. Next one is aquatic microbiology. Here we discuss about the examination of water purification and biological degradation of waste. And in bacteriology is dealing with the eubacteria and cyanobacteria. Cyanobacteria is blue-green algae. Okay. In biotechnology is dealing with the specific genes, the gene carriers, like genetically engineered microbes can produce drugs, or in agriculture nitrogen fixing ability may be transferred to all plants. So these are the things discussed in biotechnology. The next branch is environmental microbiology. So this branch deals with the the microbes which are maintaining in the quality of environment. And in food and dairy microbiology is actually deals with the processing of food preservation, canning, pasteurization of milk, and so many things. Geochemical microbiology is a concern the role of microbes which are actually geothermal processes and effects of minerals and metals, microbes, growth, activity, and survival. Immunology is a branch which deals with the immune responses in organisms. In industrial microbiology we study about the fermentation by microbes and the alcohol manufacturing. Medical microbiology is dealing with the life cycle and physiology, genetics, reproduction of the pathogenic microbes. Mycology is basically for the study of fungi, which is a chlorophyllous organism, and in phycology it deals with the algae, which is autotrophic eukaryote. In protology we study about the protozoans. Virology is for the uh, study of viruses, and viruses, as you know, they are not prokaryotic neither eukaryotic. They lack the characteristic of living things except the ability to replicate. So these are the different branches of microbiology. So thank you so much. I hope you find this video helpful, and if you find it, so please like, share, subscribe, and don't forget to press the bell icon for more updates. Okay, so we will meet again. Thank you. Bye bye.